Hi, my busy bees. I hope you're having an awesome day. I still miss you very much. Today I have a new story to share with you. It's called The Bunnies Easter Bonnet, and it's written by Nan Roloff and Amy Flynn, and illustrated by Amy Flynn. And it's about a bonnet, which is a special fancy kind of hat. So as you're listening, I want you to be thinking about all the important parts of the story. Just like Jabber Reteller says, at the end we should be able to tell the setting, the characters, and the beginning, middle, and end. So all the important parts. So let's enjoy the story and then we can practice retelling after. Bunny's Easter Bonnet. One bright spring day, Clarence and Clarissa Cottontail were on their way to the meadow to gather flowers. Suddenly, Clarissa looked up. There, stuck to the old cherry tree, was a big poster. It said, "Alfalfaville Easter Parade. Come one, come all. The best bonnet wins the grand prize." At the bottom of the poster was a picture of the grand prize, a shiny red bicycle built for two, just right for the twin bunnies. "Look, Clarence," said Clarissa, "let's make a bonnet. I just know we can win that bicycle." So Clarence and Clarissa are the main characters. The setting is Alfalfaville. That's where they live. The twins took their wagon and off they went, dreaming of the special bonnet they would make and what they would need to make it. First, they went to the farmer Flufftail's farm to get some straw. "What are you two up to?" asked Farmer Flufftail when he had loaded up their wagon. "Wait and see," answered Clarence and Clarissa. Next day, they hurried over to Miss Hedgehog's fabric shop. "We would like a bunch of ribbon and a few yards of silk, please," said Clarence and Clarissa. "Pick out what you like," said Miss Hedgehog cheerfully. "But what are you making?" "You'll find out soon," answered Clarence and Clarissa. Their last stop was Pop Badger's hardware store, where they bought a roll of chicken wire and some buckets of brightly colored paint. "It's for a bonnet," said Clarence. "A special bonnet," said Clarissa. "Chicken wire and paint to make a bonnet? I never heard of that," said Pop, scratching his head. When Clarence and Clarissa had everything they needed in the wagon, they hauled it up to Grandpa Cottontail's old barn at the top of the hill. "It's fun to have a secret," they agreed. Then they locked the barn door and got to work right away, making their special secret Easter bonnet. Now, everyone in Alfalfaville was busy making special bonnets of their own. Pansy Pig was designing a pretty bonnet she called the Vegetable Patch. She planned to eat the whole thing as soon as she won the grand prize. So hers is made of all vegetables. Garth Goat was hard at work on his own bonnet, made entirely of garbage. He was very proud of his bonnet. It was 100% recycled. Darlene Duck and her family were fashioning a bonnet from a kite with a long, long tail. Mrs. Hen was strutting around the chicken yard every day with a great basket on her head. She called this bonnet Easter Basket Surprise. 1, 2, 3, called Mrs. Hen as her chicks practiced popping out of the eggshells inside of it. Miss Kitty the baker was whipping up a fantastic angel food with buttercream frosting masterpiece. She was sure it would take the cake. But no one could even guess what Clarence and Clarissa Cottontail were working on behind the locked door of the barn on the hill. "This bonnet looks yummy." The day of the Easter parade arrived at last. How bright and breezy it was. The Alfalfaville High School band struck up a lively march and started down Main Street. The sidewalks were filled with townspeople, eager to see what wonderful bonnets their friends had made. Mayor Rooster perched on the grandstand. He looked so handsome in his top hat and tails. By his side clucked his lovely wife, who would help decide the winner of the grand prize. At last, the moment everyone was waiting for. The contestants, dressed in their Easter best, came parading down the street. Oohs and ahs sounded all around as the wonderful Easter bonnets went by, each one special in its own way. Suddenly a young beaver cried, "Look!" Coming down the hill from the barn were Clarence and Clarissa, proudly pulling a big wagon with their Easter bonnet riding on top. It was enormous. It was fantastic. It was amazing. Everyone stared at the twins as their bonnet on wheels rolled closer, down the hill, slowly at first, then faster, faster and faster. Clarence and Clarissa tried to hold on. "Help! We can't stop it," yelled the twins, hanging on to the sides of the giant bonnet. "Ack! Squawk! Eek!" cried the animals as they ran in all directions to get out of the way. Suddenly a breeze picked up the bonnet and lifted it high off the wagon. Up, up and away went the bonnet. Up, up and away went the bunnies as they held on for dear life. The amazing bonnet swirled and dipped and danced through the air, and the view was so incredible that the twins forgot to be afraid at all. "Look!" cried Clarence. "I can see Grandpa's farm and the whole town at one time. Shops and schools and parks sped by as the bunnies waved to their friends below." At last the breeze quieted down and placed the bonnet oh so gently right at the mare's feet. "Hooray!" cried the animals. "Hooray for Clarence and Clarissa!" said Mayor Rooster, preparing himself for a speech. "I think everyone will agree that Clarence and Clarissa Cottontail have created a truly amazing Easter bonnet and a memorable day for all of Alfalfaville besides. Therefore, I hereby award them the grand prize." How everyone cheered as the twins were presented with the shiny red bicycle built for two. "Thank you, everybody," said Clarence and Clarissa. Then the Cottontails hopped onto their new bike and pedaled off. I hope you enjoyed that story. That was a fun one. If you can, I would love for you to practice telling all the important parts of the story to someone at your house. What was the setting, the characters, the beginning, middle, and end? Then, if you want to do some drawing and writing today, I thought it would be fun to design your own special bonnet or hat. Maybe yours would be made of Legos or Play-Doh, or you'd have a pizza bonnet. Or maybe yours would have dinosaurs on them if you really like dinosaurs. So you can think about the things that you like and what you might make your bonnet out of. I drew my own bonnet. This is what I came up with. And my bonnet is made of chocolate and has candy butterflies and flowers on it. Because we all know I love butterflies, and I love flowers too. And chocolate is my favorite. So if I were to make a bonnet, that's how my bonnet would look. I hope you are doing well. I miss you, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.